because not many people have asked if I'm okay, but it's a very real thing.
Ever wondered why stepmothers are so unlikable? Well, wonder no more. Just days after the publishing of his memoir, Spare, Prince Harry has elaborated on his claims about the inner workings of the British royal family. The estranged family is already having a rough week dealing with his highly publicized comments, and this only makes things worse.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage. She needed to rehabilitate her image.
Take a look. In 2 separate interviews with British and American networks, Prince Harry has broken his silence and discussed a variety of topics, including the death of his mother, the former Princess of Wales, his strong disapproval of the British press, his anger over the treatment of his wife, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and the resulting rift with his family that resulted from their marriage.
Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry especially. Because I know how much loss he's suffered. But I knew that if I didn't say it, that I would do it.
During his interview with CBS's 60 Minutes, Prince Harry made the allegation that the Queen consort, Camilla, was the person responsible for leaking details about the family to the British media as part of her efforts to improve her public image and for breaking their family.
She was the villain. She was the third person in the marriage.
Of course, as Prince Harry is opening up, this claim very much brings to mind Princess Diana, who was famous for referring to Camilla as the third person in her marriage to Prince Charles at the time. According to Prince Harry, "I love every member of my family, despite the differences. So when I see her, we're perfectly pleasant with each other. She's my stepmother. I don't look at her as an evil stepmother. I see someone who married into this institution and has done everything that she can to improve her own reputation and her own image, for her own sake." He then continued, stating, "That made her dangerous because of the connections that she was forging within the British press, and there was an open willingness on both sides to trade information. And with a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being queen consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that."
With a family built on hierarchy, and with her on the way to being queen consort, there was going to be people or bodies left in the street because of that.
Moving on, Prince Harry stated that he hadn't been in contact with his brother, Prince William, or his father, King Charles III, for some time, and that it was now up to them to decide whether or not there would be a reconciliation between their families. Meanwhile, in a follow-up interview with ABC's Good Morning America broadcast, Prince Harry has opened up quite bluntly that it had been a significant amount of time since he had last spoken with his stepmother.
We haven't spoken for quite a while.
Although, during an interview with Anderson Cooper of CNN, who is also a regular correspondent on CBS's 60 Minutes, Prince Harry said that he and his brother, Prince William, initially convinced King Charles not to marry Camilla. The prince expressed, "We didn't think it was necessary. We thought that it was going to cause more harm than good, and that if he was now with his person, surely that's enough." Obviously, both the brothers later on came around to the idea, with Prince Harry sharing, "We wanted him to be happy, and we saw how happy he was with her." In spite of this, the Duke of Sussex voiced his opinion that Camilla should improve her public image, since she is perceived as a villain by the media as a result of her role in the breakdown of the marriage that his parents shared, and that she needs to work quite a bit on herself. In his latest interview with CBS, Harry made a reference to his memoir, in which it is said that he wrote of being sacrificed on Camilla's personal PR altar. The Duke claims, "If you are led to believe as a member of the family that being on the front page, having positive headlines, positive stories written about you, is going to improve your reputation or increase the chances of you being accepted as monarch by the British public, then that's what you're gonna do." As for Prince Harry's troubled relationship with the royal family, it seems like the Duke has his problems with not just Camilla, but quite a lot of members from the British terrain. You see, as the younger son of King Charles III and the late Princess Diana, he and his older brother, Prince William, seemed to be inseparable throughout their youth. On the other hand, as they continued to age together, cracks started to appear in their relationship.
There has always been this competition between us, weirdly. Again, I think it really plays into, or is played by, the heir spare. and the British press's part in that.
An insider revealed in November 2019, there's always been a part of Harry that felt like he was living in his brother's shadow. He doesn't envy the responsibilities that come with being the future King of England, but William is the golden boy, and Harry feels he has a lot to measure up to. Initially, the rift between the brothers became wider in March 2021 when Harry and his wife, Meghan Markle, gave an interview to CBS in which they revealed their decision to withdraw from their royal obligations as a result of the pressures of their personal lives.
For those reasons, it brings me great sadness that it has come to this. The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
During this one-hour episode, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex leveled allegations of racist behavior inside the royal family, although they did not name any specific members of the family. Although, in response to Meghan, William stated, "We're very much not a racist family." Naturally, after the publication of Harry's tell-all memoir, Spare, in January 2023, which included numerous charges against his father and brother, Charles's relationship with Harry grew more strained. And let's not forget that when Harry started seeing Meghan in 2016, some of the hostility that existed between William and Harry may be traced back to that year. A royal reporter claims to have overheard William giving his brother Harry advice to the effect that he should take things slowly in his relationship with the Suits actress, which Harry did not take kindly to. The reporter even said that he overheard Harry saying something to the effect that Harry was annoyed that his brother would ask such a thing. Wow, we are already getting a headache. And then, history repeated itself after a letter written by Meghan and addressed to her father, Thomas Markle, was published in a British newspaper. The situation became even more tense. Following this development, Prince Harry made an extraordinary statement in which he condemned the British tabloid press for its false and malicious reportage about his wife. Not to forget, when Harry and Meghan took part in their tell-all interview in March 2021, which was later broadcast on CBS, their relationship with Harry's family reached a breaking point that same month. The accusation made by the Duchess that a member of the royal family had expressed concern about the color of Archie's skin before his birth was without a doubt the most shocking of the many revelations that were made. Oof. Then again, later on in the year, a book made the allegations that King Charles was the one who had made the comments regarding people's skin color. However, the king refuted these charges and stated, "This is fiction and not worth further comment." There were also rumors circulating that the heir apparent to the throne had sought the counsel of an attorney in reaction to the charges. And as expected, the fans went crazy on social media. One enraged user took to Reddit to state, "And yet they have a chegophil they won't investigate, but when it comes to a color, they go wild." Whereas another frustrated user responded, "It's crazy to hate on Meghan while people like Prince Andrew exists." Not to forget, another user promptly joined in and claimed, "Exception, not the rule." Saw a Twitter post today with a ridiculous number of likes calling the royal family unproblematic. Your personal problem with MM does not mean she's a psychopath. The system is up, and it's a lot bigger than MM. People are indeed being racist to her. To act like your armchair diagnosis of her justifies the way you or other people treat her is actually daft. Do you seriously believe the you're spewing? Currently, Buckingham Palace has continuously refrained from commenting on the details of Prince Harry's memoir, which has already been the subject of leaks, including some of his most disputed allegations. So, guess we'll just have to wait this one out. However, here's what out of the many, one fan in particular thinks, "I knew British media can get pretty venomous, but this is a whole new level. No wonder Meghan is so hated and seen as evil whenever she breathes in public, and you will hear about it and how it's an attack on the royal family." That's all for the video, guys. Do let us know your thoughts on the entire royal drama. To catch us soon, simply hit the bell icon.